everybody's always complaining about, oh, we don't even need it. Why do we even need it? What are they doing? It still holds up. It still looks great. Yeah, the game when it first came out, holy crap, it was one of the most beautiful. It was a beautiful game. I enjoyed it. I thought it looked realistic. Even to this day, I played a couple scenes not too long ago because I made a video on it, and I thought it looked good. It looks good, yeah, but it doesn't have that like wow factor that The Last of Us Part 2 gave me in graphics only. In graphics only. Don't come over here saying no BS. The Last of Us Part 2 left a really bad taste for certain things for a lot of the loyal fan base, which I consider myself one of. You know what I'm saying? I love Last of Us Part 1. And if you remember the talk back in the day, it was like, we don't even need a Last of Us Part 2. Just leave it as the first one. It is one of the greatest games ever created. Ever created. I remember that. Since The Last of Us Part 2 came out, The Last of Us Part 1 hasn't... It's not that it has gotten hate or anything like that, but it's like people forgot, I think, or they chose to forget how great the first one is. Now, when I played The Last of Us Part 2, one of the best things about it that I absolutely adored was the combat. It felt smooth, it felt good, it felt violent, it felt real, it was a step up from the last one, from Part 1. And when you play Part 1 now, it still feels very good, it feels intense, but you don't have the controls, or some of them don't feel as great. It's obviously not as responsive, it's not as intense in some scenes. The scene where Ellie is beating that woman with the red, that woman in that red room, you feel the intensity in her eyes, her emotion, the music, the everything. It feels really good. Now, incorporate some of that to some of the baddest, coolest goddamn scenes in The Last of Us Part 1, some of the most intense ones. The realism is gonna make, from all the atmosphere, the environments with the rains and everything, is gonna look just so much better. It's gonna feel so much more immersive. Now, I'm one of those people that I really do enjoy graphics in the game. If the game looks good and beautiful, holy cow. But that's my opinion, and I'm a gamer, and all of you guys are gamers, and all of us have different opinions. Some of you are like, hell yeah, I agree with you. Some of you are like, no, you're a dumbass. If the game has great ass graphics and the story sucks, then yeah, it's an ass game and I don't want to play it. But if it has a great ass story and it has a great ass graphics, then absolutely it's a plus for me. So now, Last of Us Part 1 had good graphics, was a good game. We're getting a remake. And they're throwing some of that combat, some of that emotion, some of the realism, even more realism from the second into the first one. And look, I love the first one so much more than the second one. It is so goddamn good, and I love Joel, and I want to feel all of that emotion once again with these updated graphics. Can you imagine when so many scenes that are so sad, the camera angles, the camera work, everything is just gonna feel so much more intense, so much better. And I think we've been crapping on all these remakes for, oh my god, as long as I can remember. But why do we care so much? There's good games coming out anyways. Gaming is dying. Gaming is this. Gaming is that. I hear that all the time. Like, there's no good games that came out recently. All you play is goddamn Call of Duty and Fortnite and FIFA and NBA. And there's not. I'm not hating on you for that, because I play all those games and I enjoy them. But if that's the only thing that you're consuming, and you're only consuming what you see on social media, then yeah, it's gonna be ass. It's gonna suck. Nobody's gonna want it. But I think a lot of us are just kind of going with the flow. We're just saying, oh, this game sucks and we don't need this remake because everybody else is saying it all over Twitter. Oh my god, remakes again, remakes. Shut up, man. If you really believe that game is ass and you don't want to see a remake of it, and that's what you believe, okay, great. But if you're only saying it because so many people and everybody around you is saying it, oh, they suck. Oh, well, I think they suck too because they think it sucks. If we're just going with the flow and we're all just agreeing with each other just for the hell of it, then that's not a valid point. It really isn't. Say what you will, I do not care. I believe The Last of Us Part 1 remake is absolutely necessary. You can disagree and call me a dumbass in the comments. Go ahead, tell me, Brandon, you are a dumbass, F you and F your channel. You don't know shit about gaming. Okay, great. But this is my damn opinion, and you can have your own, and I'm going to respect it. I'm not going to call you an idiot about it. I'm really not, despite what I just said in this video. But it's just, we need it. I need it. I want to have it. I am going to buy it. I am going to buy it 2 times. I am going to buy the digital deluxe edition, and I am going to pre-order the Firefly edition so I can have all that cool-ass crap in my damn game room. You know what I'm saying? And, I hope you enjoy it. Play it. I cannot wait for the whole world to once again relive the first story, and some people, some kids, some teens that never played the first one are about to feel a damn masterpiece. That is all. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video.